Tribute Band Central. How is everyone doing today? This is the introduction for my Piano Man, the tribute to Billy Joel featuring Mark Kovaly. This is an interview that I taped last week. Went a little long because we had such a good time talking. I'm going to split it up into three sections. This is section number one, and this is going to be really good. I think you'll find it very interesting. Mark has some insights into tribute bands, the Atlanta scene here, just a lot to learn. And I had a phenomenally great time talking to Mark, getting to know him better, getting to know the music of Billy Joel better, and really the 6 years of hard work that he has put in to get this particular tribute band up and going to the point where it is now. So sit back, relax, and enjoy part one. Tribute Band Central. Take care, everybody. Hey, Tribute Band Central. How is everyone doing today? Thank you so much for joining the channel. We have a very special guest, Mark Kovaly. He is the Piano Man, the Billy Joel tribute show that I reviewed a couple weeks ago. Also does Piano Man versus Rocket Man. And one of the best piano players I have ever seen. And I sure appreciate you coming to see us. And how are you doing today, Mark?
I'm fantastic. Thank you so much for taking the time to reach out. I'm just thrilled when people take an interest in what we're doing because it's such a passion for the guys in the band and myself included. So, you know.
Well, it shows. It shows in the shows that you do. It really does. So, well, let's go
I
back to the
have
beginning. How did you start in music?
so my journey is, I think like most people's, my family was musical. My father is a cantor. I grew up Byzantine Catholic, which is similar to Russian Orthodox. And he was the cantor in our church and is a phenomenal singer. So that was my first inspiration. My first memories when I'm a child are of people coming up to my father after liturgy and saying things like, "Oh my God, you have such a beautiful voice," and everything. So I was like, wow, this is really interesting. And my mother was musical, my grandmother as well. And then my sister is a phenomenal piano player. She's we grew up a little different. She took lessons and is an unbelievable sight reader. And then because of the musicality in our house, I was an accordion player, was my first instrument. I took a couple years of lessons on that until my accordion teacher figured out that I was playing things. She would play things and I would mimic them, and it frustrated her. So accordion was my first instrument, but I was always playing piano because we had an upright in the house growing up. I could give you 15 minutes on the early part of my music development. I will spare you that since we're trying to get to the Billy Joel show. But musical family.
Very good, very good. I'm gonna toss this one in because we're friends on Facebook. So I saw your post that your mom made about you having a little red accordion when you were 7 years old after the show the other night. I
I
just love that.
It's I had a handful. Now I'm the proud owner. The accordions are funny. They're expensive and difficult to find good ones. But if you play it long enough, eventually people just default them to you. I have 7 or 8 of them now where people are just like, "Can you? I don't want this. Can you come take it?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So I have, but I still have that little red one.
Very cool, very
I'll post a
cool.
picture of it. I'll post a picture of it and tag you in it later on today.
Oh, I love it. Thank you. Thank you. So tell me about the tribute bands you're in. I know the Billy Joel, is that all you're doing, or are there any others? And fill me in.
Well, the Billy Joel Piano Man, a tribute to Billy Joel featuring Mark Kovaly, started 7 years ago, and really, I mean, for the first 4 or 5 years, it was a struggle. It wasn't like it is now, where there's a lot of tribute band work right now. I got mixed feelings about that. We can get into that some of the time. But I was living in Nashville, touring in a band called Ocean Street, an original band, and some friends of mine from that show, from that band, were playing in a sort of a more of a review, not a tribute band, of a Billy Joel Elton John thing. And a Billy Joel Elton John show came up that they were going to have to cancel because the Billy guy got a chance to go out on the road and do something. And my friends Justin Smith and Xander Wyatt, who toured with me at Ocean Street, were in that band. They said, no, no, just call Mark. He'll do it. And of course, the band leader was skeptical. I would have been too. And because this was very short notice, there's no time to learn the material. Either you know it or you don't. And so he came to my house for me to audition. And I passed the audition and I did the tribute show. In that band were a fantastic drummer named Brian Killian and a guitar player named Jesse Isley. And after the show, Justin and Jesse and Brian and I were talking, and they're like, we should really do this. And I said, well, I would love to, but what I can't have is I can't go out and book. These guys are all first call Nashville guys. You
Okay.
know, Xander, Jesse Isley, Justin Smith, and Brian Killian. These guys work big touring bands all around town, all highly respected. And I said, well, I'm not going to book a band of unbelievable people and then at the last minute not be able. And they committed to it. And in the first year, we did Mad Life and a handful of other shows. And after that first year, uh, I could do it as often as I wanted. I just couldn't get the money I needed to do it. It was a 5 year grind getting the Piano Man tribute to Billy Joel to the place where I can pay the guys what I want, still make my money. Um, the Elton John aspect of it, and this was probably the first time publicly that I've talked about that show. Carrie and Mike that run Mad Life are Carrie is a massive Elton John fan, and they have been during the time I was trying to establish the Billy Joel tribute, they have been asking over and over again, can you do a Billy Joel and John show? And my thought was, as soon as you do it, it's a wildly popular show,
Yeah.
right? It's one of the easiest ticket sales that you can come across. We've experienced nothing but sellouts at Mad Life. 5 shows, 5 sellouts without trying. Like, sometimes you got to market, sometimes you got to spend some money on advertising. Not with that one. And I knew once we did it, we would do it, which makes it a little more difficult to sell just the Billy Joel tickets. So I fought it as long as I could. But last year, when Carrie came to me, I knew if we didn't do it, she was going to bring in a Billy Joel Elton John. And I consider Mad Life to be my home venue. And I couldn't imagine the thought of having another Billy Joel tribute on that stage. So I reached out to Daniel Deal, who I play dueling pianos with. I've been playing dueling with him for 20 years. He is as good an Elton John as you're going to find. He's a virtuoso as a singer and a player, looks enough the part. And it's my band from Piano Man
Yep.
with one guy, Elton John, added. And it's funny because everybody's reaction to that was, this took off so easy. It must be, you got lucky, everybody. But it's not luck. It's 6 years of beating your head against the wall with a tribute, making all the right contacts. And then when you add a second show, it seems easy, but I assure you, it was a long haul.
Wow. Wow. Well, the first time I got to see you was in the combo show. And
Hmm.
then I've seen the solo show and wish I would have bought tickets to both shows so I could have heard my favorite song.
I
But
saw your post. I'm so sorry about that. If you had told me when I saw you pre-show, because we have a flex with Billy the Kid, to do it in either show. The first show is tighter on time. It's only 90 minutes because
Yeah.
they flipped the room. We have
Yeah.
2 hours in the second show, so we sort of put the longer ones there that we like to play. But if I had known you were waiting on it, I would have happily played it for you. We'll
Well,
get it next time.
I promise you, I will be making future shows, and I will look forward to it. So I'm going to take 1 or 2 minute break here to talk a little bit about your original music because